Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is D.
What's up, guys? My name is George.
And welcome to The Pickup.
First segment, we're going to go over the hot takes of the week.
Shout out to Bobby Schmurda.
Hot takes.
Hot takes.
So we're going to go over the biggest stories that happened this week.
Right.
First of all, we're going to start off with the UCONN women's basketball team losing to Notre Dame.
Is that a big deal?
What do you think? You tell me.
I think it's a big deal. This is the second year in a row that UConn loses to the semifinals. Especially how they lost in the game winner shot by Arike Ogunbowale. Shout out to you, and sorry for mispronouncing your name. But yeah, that was a big time. And also, Notre Dame won today. They beat do you remember
Mississippi State.
Mississippi State.
On another buzzer beater by Arike Ogunbowale.
Mamba mentality.
Yes, definitely. Well, I agree with that. I think it's also a big deal personally. Mm-hmm. This is a UConn team that was 36-0 at the beginning of the season. Up until this point, and they've won 147 of the last 149 games. So it's a big deal.
It is.
It definitely is. You want to go ahead and get
started? Yeah, let's go.
One?
Michigan versus Villanova on Monday. NCAA Finals preview. Is it a big deal or not?
Look, I just feel like Nova's going to win. You don't put up 18 3-pointers against Kansas. And then, I feel like Michigan's going to be a walk in the park. You heard it here first. I
agree. Honestly, I might not even watch this game. But if I do, it's only because of just the 3 draft prospects of Jalen Brunson. I think he's a late lottery pick.
Mikal Bridges. And who's the center for Michigan? Got it. Moritz Wagner. He's projected to be in the second round. He's projected to be a second round pick. Who got a shout out from Dirk Nowitzki just yesterday. So
shout out.
So game recognized game.
Yeah, and you know what? We're talking about Michigan. Shout out to Jalen Rose. Shout out to Chris Webber. Yo, shout out to the Fab Five.
Fab Five, definitely.
So, and also shout out to Steve Fisher. He's not unfortunately he's not coaching at San Diego State anymore because he retired. But shout out to Steve Fisher always. Okay, so George.
Yeah.
Let's get in this.
What you got?
LeBron passing Michael Jordan.
Ooh.
Big deal or not?
Look, I just feel like a player of LeBron's stature who's already 3-time, 4-time NBA champion.
Yeah.
Multiple-time MVP. Mm-hmm. It's a big deal because he passed Jordan, but I feel like it's only a big deal because he passed Jordan. But it definitely adds credit to the career longevity that he's had.
But
many years.
Jordan is the GOAT.
That's what I'm saying. It is a big deal, but I feel like compared to some of the other accolades that he's accomplished, it's not one of the ones where you'd be like, whoa, personally.
Honestly, scoring at least 10 points in a game is kind of tough.
No, I'm not saying...
And doing that 867 straight times.
I'm not trying to discredit LeBron James. Let's just get that out of here first and foremost. No, man. LeBron to the Lakers, man. LA, LeBron. 2018.
Shout out to LeBron.
But I just feel like a player of his stature, some of the stuff that he's done prior to this...
Right.
I don't think, he wasn't in high school said, man, one of these days I'm going to pass Jordan and score 810 points in 867 consecutive games.
Right.
I don't think that was a goal for him. So that's why...
I feel you.
It's something, it's significant, but we can move past it.
Yeah, that's true. I feel you. Joel Embiid injury.
Ooh.
He's out for 2 to 4 weeks. Is it a big deal or not?
Definitely. This is just going to put more pressure on Markelle Fultz to have to step up. And Ben Simmons looks like he's stepping up in his absence, but you're definitely going to have to see a little bit quicker development from Markelle Fultz in this situation.
No, Markelle Fultz is... we'll get to him later, but he's been very sporadic. He has good games, he has games, but we'll talk about that more. But just yesterday, we're going to the Warriors and the injuries. Pat McCaw, scary fall. Fortunately, he's okay. I think he's only going to miss 3 to 5 games. But the Warriors have been banged up, man. Do you still think they're favored?
I wouldn't consider them a favorite right now, but you can definitely see 4 consecutive years playing deep into the playoffs is catching up with this team. You know what? How many games you average about in a playoff to win? You got to get how many wins?
That's 4 wins each round.
4 wins each round, right? So you're looking at a minimum of 16 games for 4 years? They basically added about an extra season on their bodies.
Shout out to LeBron James again.
Yeah. Who
stays healthy, even though 8 straight finals?
8 straight
finals. And
867 consecutive games with 10 plus points.
And he doesn't get hurt. So
and he
shout
doesn't
out to
get
LeBron.
Hurt.
LiAngelo Ball, big baller brand. Shout out to LiAngelo. Shout out to Triple B. Shout out to LeVar. Scored 72 points.
After saying he was going to declare for the draft.
Does that mean anything to you?
No.
Wow.
I'll be honest, it doesn't. I think you alluded to this. In one of the discussions where we had off camera, but he is a power forward in a shooting guard's body.
I agree.
And I think, he scored it in a Lithuanian professional league.
Right.
But I don't even think he's playing with like the main adult. I think he's playing in the B League.
Yeah,
So, you know what? It may get him consideration for like a late second round pick, if that.
No, Leandro Bola scored 72 points on against a youth team. That was like ages 15 to 17. Like, I mean, come on, bro.
Yeah.
All right. The last hot topic. This is actually a big time topic.
Yes.
Darius Baisley. Shout out to Darius Baisley, the number 9 ranked player in the class of 2018, decided to decommit from Syracuse, and he's gonna head over to the G League. Mm-hmm. George, what do you think? I know we had a conversation.
Yeah,
about
this is a huge deal. I mean, this is gonna set a precedent for players who might not want to wait that year to get paid. To get paid. Granted, I think the salary they can max out at in the G League is $26,000.
Okay.
But the door's open for endorsements, shoe deals, which is one of the big reasons why, going back to the ball boys, that LaMelo went to go play overseas in Lithuania because he got that signature shoe. It was gonna affect his
eligibility.
Yeah,
eligibility.
Eligibility.
Yes.
So it's definitely a big deal. It's a big deal.
It is a big deal, and I just wonder what team he's going to play for. I know for a fact if he's
I'm more curious about the process. How is his draft process going to take place after that 1 year removed from high school where he could enter the draft? How's it going to work if he's already signed with a team?
I think he'll be fine.
He'll still be fine.
He'll still be fine. So on to our next segment. We were just talking about
March Madness about to end.
We're going to go into some draft stock watch. Talk about a few guys. The first one we're going to talk about is Trae Young. Trae Young, 6'2", 180 pounds.
Granted, it's very difficult to talk a lot about these guys as far as if their stock is up or down because most of these guys are what you would consider the premier players of this year's draft, but none of which really got a whole lot of exposure in the NCAA tournament.
Oh, no, they didn't. Not at all. So let me just say his averages. Trae Young, 6'2", 180 pounds. Wingspan is around 6'2", so he's not that big, But he averaged 27.4 points a game, 8.7 assists, 3.9 rebounds, shot 42% from the field, and shot 36.1% from 3. And the reason why that stat is so low is because he was shooting while he was being double teamed and when it was late in the shot clock.
And I just want to go ahead and add to that his NCAA tournament average, even though it was only one game. He did put up 28 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, but he did pile up the turnovers because he had 6 turnovers throughout the game.
Yeah.
So, based on that, do you see his stock right now going up or down in the draft, or is it staying even?
I think for me personally, it's staying even.
Even.
You know what? Just all around, he's such a great shooter, but what gets overlooked is him distributing. The boy can really pass.
He could, but I beg to differ. I really do think his draft stock is down compared to how it was early in the season.
Oh, okay. But I'm talking about right now.
But he was being proclaimed, the
next Steph Curry.
The next Steph Curry.
Shout out.
To where he's at now, I definitely think his stock is down. And then during the season, you saw that he's not the most explosive athlete.
No, he's not.
He gets pushed around a lot. So once he starts playing with a lot of these bigger NBA guys, this goes back to just other arguments. Just because one guy did it prior doesn't mean the next guy up is going to do it the same way.
I feel you, but I think defensively he's going to struggle. He didn't even
just
try it out.
Based on the size that you said he has.
Yeah, but I feel like other point guards are going to be guarding him, and I feel like he will. There's not a lot of point guards that are good on defense, if I can be honest. He can get past Kyrie, cause the team to help out, and then he dishes out.
If I want to give just an example, though, you mentioned, but a lot of these other point guards have length. Yeah. Russell Westbrook, how's he going to fare against Russell Westbrook playing defense on him? Where I know Giannis is listed as a point guard, but then again,
he got Bledsoe.
No, I know, but. Even Lonzo, man, he's 6'6". He's got some length. How's that gonna?
Yeah. No, I get your point. I get your point. It'll be tough.
Let's get to our next guy.
No, hold on. First off, we want to think what team is the perfect fit for him.
You're right. Ooh, if I had to say, I'm gonna say Orlando or the Knicks, simply because these guys are just starving for any talent whatsoever.
Okay.
And I feel that he does have a high ceiling,
right?
Because the Steph comparisons are there, and you know what? You did see some glimpses of that, in his lone season in Oklahoma,
right?
So I just think Orlando and Knicks would be great fits just because they're just starving for a star player right now.
I don't know about the Knicks because they just drafted Frank Ntilikina. Shout out to Frank Ntilikina. And they just traded for Emmanuel Mudiay. So, I mean, I understand what you're saying. But I also agreed I have Orlando Magic. But another one I have is the Phoenix Suns. The defense will suck between him and Devin Booker, but
it would.
That would be an offensive juggernaut, just backcourt.
If the shooting translate again.
Yeah, if the shooting translate. But Devin Booker himself can just open, let Trae Young do his thing.
But defensively, the team's going to struggle.
They already suck.
Fair enough.
Anyways, going back to our next, we're going to actually stay in Arizona. We're going to talk about DeAndre Ayton, 6'1", 250
Let's just go ahead and say that this guy has number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
Written all over him right now. But there are some questions about it. You know what?
Hold on. His average,
that's what I was going to get at myself.
Average was 20.1 points, 11.6 rebounds, 1.6 assists. He shot 61% from the field.
He also averaged, don't overlook it, 1.9 blocks.
Hey, shout out. And he shot 34.3% from the 3.
And let's go ahead and look at his lone appearance in the NCAA tournament. It was 14 points, 13 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. Again, these are averages in one game because they lost to Buffalo in what was a bracket buster across the
I don't want to talk about that.
multiple brackets.
I don't want to talk about that.
But again, he's a great athlete. Has awesome size. His shot's developing. You saw it develop little by little.
Yeah.
7'5" wingspan. You can't teach that.
And he can post up. He can take the shot. Definitely be nice for the pick and roll.
Again, with a good, usually some bad comes with it. Definitely has a questionable motor.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's disinterested. So when I see that, a lot of times I associate questionable motor with possibility of a bad attitude.
I understand because I had that's the only con that I wrote for him. There's questions about his work ethic, and I just hate to see that. And I hope it's not true.
So where do you see his stock, man? Up or down or even?
I honestly, a lot of these cats, they're pretty.
I'm saying his stock is even, definitely right now. Where do you see him fitting?
Me personally, I would love to see him stay in Arizona, go to the Phoenix Suns. Him and D-Book would be pretty nice. But also, I would love to see him go to Texas with the Dallas Mavericks.
Okay.
Him and Dennis Smith Jr.
I actually have Memphis. I think he would fit well there. Just simply move on from Marc Gasol.
Okay.
You know what? He's aging. You know what? You might still be able to get a couple more serviceable years out of Mike Conley. So I say, just bring in the young cat right now and let him play.
I have another big that I want to see at Memphis, but I'll bring that up later.
Okay.
But I like that Memphis one. That would be pretty nice. We're going to go to Duke, the Blue Devils. Shout out to Mike Krzyzewski. Shout out to Duke Blue Devils. We're going to talk about Marvin Bagley. Marvin Bagley, 6'11", 234 pounds. His averages for the season. Honestly, I was reading his averages. They low-key kind of surprised me.
No. I was not surprised because I heard him day in and day out.
I was only surprised in one category, and I'll let you know which one.
Go for it.
Averaged 21 points, 11.1 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 61.4% from the field goal, and he shot 39.7% from the 3. He couldn't do that.
That surprised you?
He couldn't do that in high school.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't give a lot of credit to the whole 3-point shooting percentage that I see in college, simply because it hurts me to say, just because this guy had struggled as a rookie. Brandon Ingram. People talked about his amazing shooting stroke, and it didn't translate right away. So I wouldn't give too much weight to that.
And I was going to bring that up in my con section because I had someone similar to Brandon Ingram, also a Duke Blue Devil, Justice Winslow. Justice Winslow shot 40% from the 3.
And he had a great tournament, too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. And now in the NBA, he really can't shoot.
So let's get back to Marvin Bagley here. Yep. So averages across 4 games in the tournament was 20.5 points, 8.3 rebounds, 1.3 assists. He did not have any blocks, which I wasn't too much of a fan of, simply because there's questions about how he can get pushed around a lot in the paint due to his lack of his lower body strength. Maybe. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you like about him? Tell me what you like about him.
I think he's a good athlete. He's just overall just a good basketball player, very versatile. He can... There's definitely some concepts and some parts of his game that he needs to work on, but there's definitely superstar potential. I see it.
Before I didn't think he was going to be a superstar, but I think he's going to be a good player, and the reason is, doesn't even have to do with his skill. It actually doesn't have to deal with his skill at all.
Work ethic?
It's his mentality, hustle, and hunger, and work ethic. The
Which
kid
you don't
really,
see in DeAndre Ayton.
You don't see that in DeAndre Ayton. No disrespect. But the kid really wants to be the best. Like, he's out there working every day. And for me, like, if I were a coach...
You don't teach that, man.
You don't teach that. And I would want that as a coach. Or even as a franchise.
Oh, of course.
So, I think that's his biggest...
And I see his stock right now pointing up.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Especially.
Yeah.
I like that a lot about him. And, you know...
Where do you see him fitting,
Arizona. I would love to see him in Chi-Town. Shout out to Chicago Bulls with Lauri Markkanen.
I'm going to be honest, I see him as a top 3 pick. I don't even see him being there for Chicago. I don't see that as a realistic possibility, personally.
I mean, stranger things have happened.
True.
Stranger things have happened.
Kobe got taken 13th.
I mean, no, but like Chicago got the number 1 pick.
True.
You know, that's what I'm saying. The Clippers got a number 1 pick when they shouldn't have. Cleveland's gotten multiple number 1 picks.
Right, so it could happen.
It could happen. Don't count it out. Chicago Bulls, I love seeing with Lauri Markkanen, Chris Dunn, and all the young guys.
How would he fit? I feel like it's a little congested there with Lauri Markkanen and Bobby Portis.
Easy, you spread it out.
Okay.
You know? And the next one is I would like to see him with Memphis Grizzlies. I think he can play alongside
right here, same thing.
Marc Gasol.
Oh, yes. That'll work. That'll work.
Where do you see him?
I see him in Memphis for one, and I also see him in Dallas.
I like that.
Personally, just because, again, it's another team that's starving for something to build around.
Yeah.
Something. Derek's on his way out. He says he wants to play one more year. Hey, you want to pay the man? Pay the man.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get to our next guy. Michael Porter. We all know how much of a big fan you are of Michael Porter.
Michael Porter Jr. is 6'10", 215 pounds. In his 2 games, he averaged 14 points, 9 rebounds, 0.5 assists. He shot 31% from the field, and he shot 29.3% from the 3.
And in his lone NCAA tournament appearance, he impressed. 16 points, 10 rebounds, no assists, 3 steals. So you know what?
He's a double-double machine.
Look, if he wants to jump to conclusions, it's fine with me. I'm going to crunch a little bit more of the numbers here. Talent's there. Big thing with him, health concern. There's a huge red flag when it comes to health.
Yeah. He didn't even look himself when he was playing.
You know what?
Honestly.
And it's a back injury, so as much as I think he's going to be a top 3 pick, I think the safe bet would be a top 5, maybe even top 10 pick. Mm-hmm. And it's because of that I see him fitting in Sacramento. Believe it or not, they need help.
I like that.
They need help at the wing. He's a small forward.
Shout out to Sacramento.
Shout out to Jason Williams. So you know what? I like him in Sacramento. I feel like that's one of his best fits. Mm-hmm. If it translates over, you're adding him to De'Aaron Fox, Boban. Is it Bogdan? Sorry, Boban.
No.
Yeah, Boban.
No, Bogdan.
Bogdanovich. My bad. See, I'm adding the wrong guy.
Bogdan.
You're adding him to Willie Cauley-Stein, Harry Giles, who.
Yeah.
He's still suspect, but he's looking good.
And so Buddy Hield. Don't forget about
Buddy Hield. So for him, my best fit is definitely just Sacramento. I don't see him going anywhere else other than that.
I'm going to say this. Whoever drafts him, please, whoever drafts him, just have him take the year off.
Yeah.
Get him healthy and all that.
Trust the process.
Trust the process. Shout out to Joel Embiid. Just have him take the whole year off. And
yes,
I feel like he would fit in with the Atlanta Hawks, with Dennis Schroeder, John Collins,
he
DeAndre
there too.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, what's Taurean Prince
listed here too?
I like Taurean Prince with that. That'd be nice. And I'm gonna say it again, Memphis. They just need someone.
But his stock is definitely down right now.
His stock is
definitely down. Let's get to the last guy. This is not a joke. Let's get this out of the way.
No, we're gonna take this seriously.
This is very serious. So
Shout out to Chino Hills.
Shout out to Chino Hills, big baller brand.
Salute.
Never lost, LeVar Ball.
Okay, LiAngelo Ball, 6'5", 230 pounds. Yeah.
Scored 72 points.
He averaged in 9 games, 15.6 points.
Okay.
2.89 rebounds, 0.78 assists. Field goal percentage, he shot 44%, and from 3, he shot 45%.
Impressive numbers. Not playing Lithuania's professional league. He's playing in their, I guess he would be considered their minor league. Where
he kind of plays. He kind of plays with both. He plays the big baller brand classics. That's when he plays against the youth teams.
Yeah.
And then when they play against.
And he tends to look really good in the big baller brand classics.
Yeah, obviously.
So, you know what? With him, just based on this 72-point game, I'm gonna say his stock is pointing up. because I feel like there might be some possibility of him getting picked late, and I mean late in the second round. So as far as anything that he may fit in, I don't feel like he has a specific fit with any team. He'd be lucky to just get drafted, and whatever team drafts him, he better try to fit.
Okay.
I would care to say a specific team.
You know what? I'm just okay for you. It's okay. The pros. I'm just gonna name the pros and the cons. You know, I'm treated as any other player. He's a great shooter, especially with catch and shoot. He's lethal on that. That's the only pro. The con, he's 6'5", not very athletic, not very mobile. I read somewhere that supposedly he has a 35-inch vert. I really don't believe it.
Didn't D'Angelo Russell have a 39-inch vert too?
Exactly. Question his athleticism. He doesn't really pass. He doesn't play defense, and he didn't play against top-level competition.
And he's never really played with anyone else other than his brothers.
Yeah, and honestly, I found a few teams that will make it a little interesting about LiAngelo Ball. First off, the Los Angeles Lakers. You know, big baller brand, never lost. He can play with their G League team. And honestly, him playing
which is actually a solid G League team.
Yeah.
No disrespect to South Bay Lakers. Shout out to South Bay Lakers.
No, they're really good. I can see him kind of working there. I can see him working with the Chicago Bulls, just the outside shooting what they want to add. With Chris Dunn penetrating, you got Lord Marketing on the side, and wherever they can get him. That would work there. And also, as weird as it sounds, one more, Philadelphia 76ers.
Trust the process.
Trust the process.
About to meet up with Big Baller Brad.
Exactly. Hey, Joel Embiid likes LeVar already, so it's cool.
Yeah, you asking for a storm there, man.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes you
Media
gotta do. No, but let's go right into our next segment. We're gonna talk about Markelle Fultz.
Shout out to Markelle Fultz first of all.
Shout out.
Awesome to have him back. So
yes,
definitely.
So far, I think he's played in three games.
Yep.
3 games. Okay, his
averaging about 6.7 points per game, 2.7 rebounds, and 3.1 assists. All 3 games, W's. So he has yet to take an L.
And field goal percentage, he's shooting 38%. What was really interesting that he actually hasn't shot a 3, which is totally fine. Totally fine. He's shooting 75% from the free throw and averages 0.4 turnovers a game, which me personally, I really like. Mm-hmm. So, what do you think overall? Have you seen any of the games?
I've seen like bits and pieces of him playing. Mm-hmm. He definitely looks rusty. You can tell he's coming off of an injury.
Yeah.
I just find it a little suspect, when he does get asked about his injury, it's very like...
I don't like
about it. I don't like it.
I don't like that he ignores people.
Because you got the conspiracies out there with him. Was he really hurt? Mm-hmm. Was he being put on the shelf on purpose?
Yeah.
So that just kind of feeds to it. So I don't like it because it adds distraction. Mm-hmm. But you know what? He has looked rusty, but you can see the potential is there for this kid. It really is. He's gonna have to step up right now with Joel Embiid being hurt. So I think Ben Simmons has done a phenomenal job. Shout out to Ben Simmons. He has stepped up, gone above and beyond these last couple of games without Joel Embiid. But he's going to have to be that next man up to step up if they really want to be that. Because this team has dark horse potential in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. I don't think he has to, honestly, because you still have J.J. Redick. You still have Marco Bellinelli, Ilyasova, T.J. McConnell. Like, you still got guys who can come up. So I don't think he has to be like...
But I feel the pressure is going to be there on him. To have to step up. Because he's...
For me personally...
He's the number 1 overall pick this last year.
Yeah, but he's coming from a shoulder injury, and I don't think... The city of Philadelphia is already happy that they made the playoffs. They already clinched the playoffs. So if Markelle Fultz can just add feel like a little bit...
Their playoff journey is so dependent on who they match up that at some point he might have to step up if Joel isn't there.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. But in my... I've seen a few of his games, a few of his highlights. First few games, to me, he looked timid. He didn't look like in the game yet.
Mm-hmm. Again, it's the rust.
Yeah, it's the rust. He was overthinking. Again, it's the rust.
It's his first, NBA game experience. It was his first time on the court with pros.
Yeah.
In a competitive environment.
What I really liked that he really took care of the ball. Averaged only 0.4 turnovers. And what I also liked is he got to the rack. Mm-hmm. And he was ready to dish out, and he was looking to find, wanted to make...
It's smart that he's looking to make contributions in the game, since his jump shot isn't working. Yeah. Still a couple little hiccups here and there. Mm-hmm. So it's smart that he was taking it to the rack, going for the high percentage shot, where he doesn't have to rely as much on his jump shot.
Exactly. And his defense wasn't that bad
either. It wasn't that bad at all.
With those long wings.
It looked good.
But I think just give him a summer. I'm happy that the 76ers brought him in because he has this just chance like, okay, like, I'm getting NBA experience. I'm going to work hard next summer, and I'm balling out.
I still think that there might be some questions about fit with him and Ben Simmons. I feel like Ben Simmons is very ball dominant. I don't know.
I don't think Markelle needs to be ball dominant. He
was ball dominant in Washington, so I just feel that his, the way he plays, it's there. That's what got him draft number 1. So
if I could be honest, it depends on his shooting.
Yeah,
because at Washington he was averaging 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting 40% from the 3. Like, bro was really getting it at Washington. So that's why they drafted him, because he was able to shoot it. But hopefully, if his shoulder, maybe. But you're right.
That's what we become. That's what we become.
All right, guys, what's up? So we're gonna go ahead and get to the next segment, which is we want to call King of the Court. So we're gonna go ahead and take 2 players, whether they're still active or not, and we're just gonna go ahead and see, what would happen if they went at it. So the first ever segment's gonna be Allen Iverson versus Jason Williams.
Shout out to Allen Iverson, aka the answer
and the question. I believe we had a sneaker called The Question.
Okay, shout out to Jason Williams, aka White Chocolate. So let's go off with some averages first.
Let's go ahead and give the resumes.
The resumes. Let's start off. We're gonna start off
with Allen Iverson.
Let's start with
AI. So he has career averages of 26.7 points, 3.7 rebounds, 6.2 assists.
Honestly, that's such a surprise to me.
Oh, same.
For someone being a ball hog,
he ball hog.
Passed a lot.
I mean, shout out Kobe Bryant. He knows what that feels like.
Anyways.
I had to drop that in there, man.
I know, it's okay.
So he's an 11-time All-Star, 4-time scoring champ, 7-time All-NBA player,
right.
96, 97 All-Rookie, which was a phenomenal draft class. Greatest of all time draft class? Could be.
It's up there. Definitely up there.
He's a 2-time All-Star Game MVP, 2000, 2001 MVP, and a 1996-97 Rookie of the Year, and most importantly, this man's a Hall of Famer.
Definitely. I think that's it for AI. We're going to go with Jason Williams. My boy Jason Williams was drafted 7th in the 1998 NBA draft to the Sacramento Kings. Shout out
down to Jersey.
Shout out to mine. Unlike Allen Iverson, no disrespect to AI, I love AI. He's a 2005-2006 NBA championship with the Miami Heat. Shout out to Shaq. Shout out to D-Wade. Shout out to Antoine Walker. Also, 1998.
That was a really good team.
It was a good team. A veteran team. I don't want to say Eddie Jones was in there, but I kind of have a feeling. I don't think he was. I don't know.
That's topic for another day.
1998, 1999, all-rookie team. Played in 788 games. Stats aren't going to blow you away, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? Averaged 10.5 points, 2.3 rebounds, 6 assists. He shot 39% from the field and shot 33% from the 3.
So, overall success, who do you give the edge to in this situation? Because that's one of our criteria. We're going to be looking at overall success.
I mean, if you compare it to what everyone's talking about, you're talking about rings.
Yep.
You're going to go with Jason Williams.
Because he got one.
But I don't want to do that. But overall success, honestly, it has to go to AI. AI is a Hall of Famer. AI literally changed the game.
Yeah.
I think he was more influential on today's players than Michael Jordan was. And the reason why...
Okay.
No? Okay. And the reason why is because you ask any of them. You ask LeBron, Carmelo, D-Wade. They said they wanted to be AI. The NBA had to change the dress code because of AI.
I could agree with that. But, at the end of the day, a lot of these guys, Carmelo, LeBron... I don't know if you can still mention Kobe anymore. Clearly, I'm a somewhat biased Laker fan here. But people want to be... Jordan. No one's talking who's the next Allen Iverson, talking about who's the next Michael Jordan. So I do think AI, he did great things for the basketball as a culture, but I feel like from playing the game standpoint, it's Jordan's the best.
Yeah, they want to beat Jordan's success, but AI is the one that influenced them.
Okay.
AI is the one who even brought up the street ball, because after AI, that's when they came out with the N1 street ball tour. That's when you got dudes like Alamo, you got Headache, you got the Shane the Pharmacist, you got Main Event. You got all those players who, honestly, it's the original street ball players, so shout out to all of them. And because of that, I feel like that was caused by AI. AI started that. So let's talk about
overall success. You're gonna give it to AI.
I'm gonna give it to AI.
I agree.
He deserves it.
I agree. I just want to make sure I get a little bit more input.
No, I feel you. No, AI is definitely the better success.
So mainly because both of these guys, you can look them up. Either one of these guys on YouTube. They all have highlight reels of ankles that need to be iced.
You got one crossing over Jordan.
So
you got the other one.
You got another guy dropping elbow passes. So just overall better ball handler. Who do you give it to?
That's really tough for me because I wore the number 3 a lot.
Okay.
Part of it was because of AI, but
I think it might have been mostly the reason why.
But my dad would buy me like those. You guys remember like the elbow, just like the elbow, I guess the sweat.
No, yeah,
sweat
I know what you're talking about.
My dad would buy me those. Shout out to Johnny.
Big Worm.
He would shout out to Big Worm. He would buy like the skinnier ones, and then he would put it like around, just like around my calf, like
Which is what Jason Williams would do. So
yeah.
So this is a
So to me that's tough, man.
little divided here, huh?
But handles wise, just straight nasty handles. I'm gonna go with J Will. J Will did some things that I don't think anyone has seen on the NBA basketball court.
I agree with that. Now again, I'm sorry to you, Daniel, but I'm gonna have to give a very, very bland answer here. But I'm gonna say a tie. I really can't pick between these two guys who had better handles. To be honest, I mean,
it's tough.
It's tough.
So who's the better passer though? Who's the better passer?
Better passer? Jason Williams.
Okay, thank you.
But you kind of forced that. But that's totally fine.
I just wanted.
You want a straight answer.
Jason
I get
Williams.
you.
Thank you.
I get you.
Okay, legacy, impact. I feel like we already got into that a little bit.
AI definitely left
It's
the lasting
an AI
legacy.
definitely, and that's no disrespect to Jay Will.
No.
I feel like honestly, Jason Williams gets more credit now than he did while he was playing.
Yeah, but that could easily be attributed to him not being maybe a big talker or not demanding attention.
I think honestly, it's because how he played.
Mm-hmm.
Because Sacramento traded him for Mike Bibby, even though like Chris Webber had said like he really liked playing with Jason Williams, and it's just because how he played. Like Jason Williams is probably the only guy, and you had Rayford Austin who went from street ball to NBA, but he could never mix and match. Not mix and match, but bring those two together. Jason Williams was the first one ever to bring street ball to the NBA court.
Cut. That was awkward. You want to start from the top on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, because when his phone vibrated.
I had it slide right there. You can't even tell me.
His phone vibrated, and then he kind of like he gave that look of like
when you're
oh
caught?
shit, Dad's gonna beat the shit out of me. he straight up looked at you.
All right, so where do we leave off?
It was
Jay Will.
yeah.
About, like his
blending.
Just start from okay. Hold on.
Start from no disrespect to Jay Will. Like Mike Bibby liked playing with him.
Yeah.
Go from there.
Chris Webber.
Yeah.
Okay.
No disrespect to my baby.
So
There
stop.
you go.
Yeah, no disrespect to Mike Bibby, but Chris Webber really liked playing with Jay Will, and the reason why Jay Will got traded is because how he played. Like Jay Will is the first one to just blend street ball and NBA together. Rayford Austin is the one who came from street ball to the NBA, but he can never like coexist with
Rayford Austin.
Shout out to Rayford Austin, aka Skip to My Loop. But Jay Will is the one who did that perfectly, and now since the game is more loose, because back then it really wasn't. Now the game is more loose. Now people see Jason Williams highlights, and it's just like, gosh,
Like,
good.
why didn't I appreciate this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like it's sad that Jason Williams gets more credit now than he did while he was playing.
Let's just look at, I guess, the most important part of this. In your opinion, Daniel,
Yeah.
who would make a bigger impact right now in today's NBA?
I think I'm going to.
But I'm gonna make it a little bit harder on you because I know in each player's given prime.
Oh yeah, no, that's the only way. I'm gonna surprise a lot of people, and I'm going to say it's easier to plug Jason Williams to any team than it is to plug in Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson, yes, he averaged 6.2 assists, but he shot like 25 to 30 shots a game.
I just want to make a counter to that.
Yeah.
I mean, Jason Williams did get a ring. That's what we're shying away from having that be like the main
No, we don't
measurement criteria here. But let's look at the supporting cast he had when he got that ring. Shaq,
Yeah.
D-Wade.
He had a good team.
And then AI took what team again to the NBA Finals?
Aaron
I know they lost.
Eric Snow, Dikembe Mutombo. That's all I could remember.
No, exactly. So I feel like if you took them in their primes, I still think AI would be a better player.
But AI
I'm not looking at it now.
got traded to Denver. He did pretty good. Pretty
He
good.
did solid with Carmelo.
But then they brought in. Do you remember who Denver traded AI to? After that,
I believe he went to
Detroit basketball.
Good point.
He got traded for Chauncey Billups, and Billups actually took that team to the next level.
True.
So that's
True.
why I'm saying Jason Williams is easy to plug in. Except for a lot of these guys are shooting now. The way
So
they're
I think
shooting.
I stand corrected in this one, guys. I really do.
What's the difference? It's no surprise. I always correct them.
Ooh.
So anyways, Jason Williams will
Okay.
win that one.
Ouch.
I'll put Jay Will on the team.
All right. Okay.
All right, so yo guys, that's it for the show. This is our first ever YouTube video, so please be nice to us. Just like,
Be
subscribe.
nicer
to
than
it.
this guy is apparently on the TV show. On this show.
You know, like, subscribe. We're also on Anchor. We're also on iTunes. We're at Pocket Cast. Instagram, please. The Pickup Show. Facebook, The Pickup. And I think that's about it.
We're working on getting a Twitter up, guys, so just be patient with that.
Twitter game will be strong. Just letting y'all know. But thank you all for joining us.
Come back next time or run it back.
Have a good one, y'all.
Take it easy.